incompetent to stand trial and incompetent to represent yourself.
Now here's the thing, Kevin Wood, from what I understand, okay?
I'm your friend.
Okay, first of all, you know the so-called proper procedure. But let me ask you something. In an emergency, does a federal judge or a lawyer or anybody like that are experts in the court system, do they want somebody going, oh, gee whiz, there was a bad car wreck or a tornado hit somebody or something, and they need a tourniquet, and there's a dirty rag that's on the street. Now, is that attorney or that judge going to go, well, gee whiz, go down there to the laundromat and clean it before you, and get certification for an autoclave from the hospital that it was sterilized before you put it on me? No, they're going to want quick action.
And again, let's get back to the issue. You are indeed incompetent to represent yourself.
I don't buy that. I'll take my chances. I got to live with myself. I felt so bad about when here I am, I'm in the woods for years and years and years. Import Motors, I used to protect that place.
Right, but that's irrelevant.
Okay, but that's, well, no disrespect, when you use that word right there, that's word that's used by lying lawyers, okay?
What word?
2 words, legal and irrelevant. You should say the word, is that connecting? Yes, it's connecting, of what I'm talking about. Because that word that you use right there means, it ain't my problem. It ain't my personal problem. It happened to you.
But with your current case, okay, I've got ways to help you.
Let's put it this way. Evidently, the FBI, I called the FBI.
Wait.
In West Virginia, Kevin Wood, I called the FBI in West Virginia where they're answering services, okay? I called the Florida Department of Law Enforcement. I called the Florida Governor's Office, okay? I even talked to a guy that said, you filed 29 complaints, which you had a right to do. Warren Davis, you ever heard of Warren Davis?
No, I can't say I have.
Okay, Warren Davis told me when I talked to the governor's office that you, which I consider you a hero, United States American Air Force captain, you filed 29 complaints with the Florida governor's office, okay? And you had a right to do that, but he didn't have a right to ignore it.
But my current concern is your current case.
That's right, and I want the FBI to put them in jail.
Well, they can't.
Sure they can. If they're lying, then let me put them under perjury. Let me put him under perjury. Let me cross-examine him. He's a graduate from Quantico, Virginia. Why don't you let this trailer trash right here question that FBI myself? I'll find out if he's for real. I'll find out if he's the truth. Because all I got to do is have him sign a waiver that I will create that'll specifically state that he consents to anybody putting any false charges on anybody anytime that they want, and he'll consent to having it done to him.
But my main concern, Jim, is that you are indeed incompetent to represent yourself.
I'm going to go in there, and I'm going to go in there, and I'm going to tell the truth. Let me ask you something. If I'm telling the truth about these boom cars going up and down the road, I've already put together a case that's got 62 pages, okay, of where I'm the one. Why wasn't the cops protecting me from the boom cars that were making it to where I couldn't live in my home in peace?
What I'm saying is that a simple motion to dismiss in your case could get rid of this.
No, sir, I ain't dismissing nothing. I want to drag that motherfucker in the court. I want to drag him in the court. I gotta live with myself, man. I'm not gonna send a message out to that motherfucker, that piece of shit. Oh, well, it just got dismissed. No, I'm gonna drag his ass in the court. And if the FBI is really an FBI person, he'll say, look, there ain't no need. He's gonna be able to see that I'm the true victim. He's going to see that I got false charges on him, and that FBI agent under United States Code Title 18, 241, 242 is going to have him arrested, have the judge that agreed with it arrested, have everybody that has had me. There's no statute of limitations on cop crimes. It doesn't matter about the facts are that it might have been 5 years ago when they took and falsely had me arrested. The Bay County Sheriff's Department, Tommy Mommy Ford, that used to be with the Florida Department of Law Enforcement. It doesn't matter about 2003 when I was arrested and thrown in jail by the idiot Panama City clown cops. There is no statute of limitations on that.
Jim, if we could get your case dismissed.
No siree. I ain't getting no dismissed. Let me ask you something. Why are you so concerned about the cops? Why are you so concerned? Was you a cop at one time? Are you trying to protect the cops?
You know better than that.
I don't know.
Jim, if we could get your case dismissed.
No, siree. I want to talk to the FBI agent. I want to talk to him. What's his name?
I can't give you his name.
No disrespecting. How do I know you just ain't making it up?
Because you trust me.
I'm going to be honest with you. I don't know who to trust anymore.
Well, out of everybody in the world that you got, who can you...
Oh, wait, see, thing is, Kevin, I know I was born a lifelong orphan. I've been alone my whole life. Okay? I feel like I'm a fishing worm that's exposed to catch corruption. My maker, for some reason, never made me to where I never had a mother, father, sister, brother, aunt, or uncle. How much more of a hate crime can it be? Okay, the cops, they claim they're so concerned about Special Olympics bullshit and stuff like that. Oh, yeah, how many retarded people do they arrest for quietly drinking a beer?
Jim.
Yeah.
I know court procedure.
Yeah, I know you know court procedure. You know about the tricksters that when it comes to their emergency, they want things to be done as fast as possible. But as long as it's not their emergency, they don't care.
What I'm saying is, if we can get your case dismissed, I can get Marie Maddox to take on...
Let me tell you something. If she was out in the desert... Hear me out. If she was out in the desert and she was dying for a glass of water, I wouldn't get her to sweat off my balls.
Jim.
I wouldn't want that fucking bitch. I don't want her at all.
Jim.
Okay? I've already gotten a letter from her where she fucking lied to me, and then we got Elena Komsky that just came out of the Florida bar. She just got her exam, so she becomes an expert liar. What about Kevin Wood? What about the oath to the Florida bar where it's Brittany Forrest, I believe, is my so-called prosecuting attorney. It's probably a little bitch that just came out of Florida State University, and so what she wants to do is she wants to use me as practice. I told her right in court. I said, if it wasn't for Title IX, you wouldn't have that position right now.
Jim, I can help you.
And I tried to get her to sign a paper that I will read to you. Let me read this paper to you. I want to read this paper to you. And that fucking bitch would not sign it. I want to read this to you. Now, if I'm the attorney on this case here, and I am the attorney on this case, am I correct on that? I'm the attorney on this case, right? My case right now. Yeah. My case.
I don't theoretically ask because you are currently prosecuting and you are the attorney on your case.
And the case is 1300 8332 MMMA. Now, what I want you to do, I want you just to listen to what I wanted her to sign. I received this case number.
You wanted who to sign?
Brittany Foster.
Who is Brittany Foster?
She's the whole that's going to prosecute me in the Bay County on this case. Harassing phone calls.
So she is the prosecutor harassing women. Phone calls. What about harassing calls?
That's what I'm talking about.
Okay, go ahead.
All right, June 6th is when I have to go to trial, and I find out something interesting. It's going to be over 6 months. But I don't know why the cop ain't forced to go to court each time. Now, here's what I came up with, and this fucking bitch wouldn't sign it.
Of course question.
Oh, hear me out, please. Hear me out. I want to read this to you. I received this case number 14-82332 MMA FS 365 harassing phone calls from the Panama City Police Department on this day. I thoroughly reviewed all dispatchers' calls, not just what the cops wanted me to listen to. That's 1. 2. I only looked for the two. 3. I looked to see who was more likely to be the liar. 4. I considered if the claims of the cops dispatchers refused to see if there wasn't possibly a legitimate reason to be calling dispatchers in the first place. 5. I asked myself if what the caller was calling about was possibly something I had ever witnessed. 6. I asked myself if the caller was complaining was a total creation of his imagination and could not possibly be witnessed by any other human being. 7. I did my own independent investigation to see if the cops would possibly put a false charge on somebody reporting crimes the cops were criminalizing, choosing to ignore. 8. I considered if I would want to have endless boom cars robbing me of my right to enjoy and live in my home or car in peace. 9. I took the Florida bar open to consider only honestly debatable arguable issues. 10. Let's see. 10. I took the Florida bar not to automatically rubber stamp charges put on by the cops. 11. I looked into possible cop retaliation in every cop's manual, sternly warning, no need to take it any further to court for prove it. 12. I considered the Florida state felony charges of 837 perjury on any contradicting cop statement, 838 lies, conspiracy on words, private issues where the cop was talking about a private issue with the Florida Department of Law Enforcement, calling a public government agency on public concerns, that's Florida Statute 119-286, and that the calls made were not in any way